Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about something that's been on the rise lately, the cost of shipping. Welcome back to our newest edition of Seller's Corner, your go-to source for all things reselling. I'm Perry, content creator of Vendoo and part-time reseller, and today I'm going to offer some tips on how you can navigate these shipping prices to maximize your profit. But first, let me invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we upload videos every Friday, and they're all related to scaling your reselling business, vendor product tips, and community updates. My number one tip is when you're sourcing your items or your inventory, keep in mind the size and weight of the item because that will play a role in your shipping cost. Consider the type of packaging that it will fit in and determine the shipping cost to the furthest distance from you. So for example, for me, I personally sell clothing items, but we all can agree that there are some items that weigh more than a pound. With enough practice, you'll be able to guesstimate the weight, input that information in pirateship.com, and get the shipping rate from the East Coast, where I am, to the West Coast, which is the furthest distance from me. My second tip is always factor the cost of shipping materials such as tape, poly mailers, boxes, ink and paper, and bubble wrap. One way to keep your cost low is to buy your materials in bulk, recycle those Amazon boxes, or you can reach out to local businesses that normally receive small packages and they have an abundance of packing materials. And if you are a Poshmark reseller, your cost of shipping materials should be really low because USPS offer free shipping materials that you can use for Poshmark. Now, if you own a eBay store subscription, every quarter you receive a coupon, either $25, $50, and I believe $100. And you can use that to purchase eBay branded materials in their store. Like I said, you can purchase items in bulk. So if you're not interested in fancy designs in poly mailers, you can purchase bulk shipping materials such as poly mailers in Uline or Staples, where they normally have heavily discounted or clearance items. Now, if you are interested in these fancy design poly mailers, my recommendation is to purchase a seasonal design after the season has ended. My third tip, offer free shipping with a minimum order value limit. Offering free shipping is a great way to boost sales and attract buyers, but it can also be intimidating for resellers. With the right minimum order value, it can be an effective strategy to increase revenue. My fourth tip only applies to clothing resellers or resellers who sell small items that are non-breakable. Use the USPS flat rate envelopes. Now these come in two sizes, the regular size and the legal size. The term flat rate simply means that the cost of shipping is fixed regardless of weight or distance. As long as the envelope is not modified and it can close, it can be shipped. I've shipped tons of jeans, sweaters, and even a 5-pack Fruit of the Loom t-shirts. It will ship. Fifth tip. When it comes to shipping heavy items, the last thing anybody wants is to pay expensive shipping fees. With that, consider using USPS Parcel Select, UPS SurePost, or FedEx SmartPost to ship heavy items. Now, the only caveat to this is that the shipping time frame is very slow compared to regular mail. Typically, it takes about 7 to 14 days for the item to arrive. However, if you are upfront with this with your buyer and you put it on your listing, you should have no problem. Number 6. Now, if you're one of the lucky ones who get to work from home, then you should take advantage of doing local pickups instead. Of course, use common sense and only meet up in public places and not at your house. And if meeting someone is not your jam, then I would recommend using Mercari's local pickup service. which is where they hire a third-party driver to come pick up your item and drop it off to the buyer. Usually this is done the same day that the item is sold or the very next day. Now my last tip is somewhat unconventional, and I only recommend this to someone who is a high volume reseller. As a high volume reseller living up on the east or the west coast, shipping costs can add up significantly if most of your buyers are on the opposite side from you. One way to reduce shipping costs is to work with a third-party logistics company. By working with a 3PL, they can store your items and ship the items for you. Now, the only way for this to make sense if you do want to work with a 3PL is if that company is right smack in the middle. So let's just say in the Midwest, like Kansas, Texas maybe, or Colorado. So that way when they do ship your item, it will cost less compared to if you are shipping it from the east or the west coast. Now, this is not a sponsored post. eBliss is a trusted 3PL service provider that most of the reseller community are using. The owners, Dave and Lori, are veteran eBay resellers who understand the common struggles of a reseller, such as storage and shipping. Their warehouse is strategically posted in Colorado, which makes it an ideal state for reducing shipping costs. So here are my last thoughts. Managing an online business requires constant adaptation. It's important to recognize that the cost of goods and shipping prices will continue to increase over time and not decrease. Therefore, what worked for you in the past may not work today. Once again, thank you for watching this edition of Seller's Corner. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.